My name is Swin and you're watching Pulse. BlizzCon is over, the excitement is dying down, and it's back to business as usual. The news is sort of stacked up again, so let's not waste any time getting straight into it. Today I'm going to start each segment of the show with news from BlizzCon of that respective game, news that I feel is in fact newsworthy at least. There were a few Starcraft 2 reveals at BlizzCon, so for all those hardcore Starcrafters out there, that's pretty great. Let's check it out. A few all-new official Blizzard Starcraft 2 custom maps were announced during the Custom Map and Editor panel. Left to Die, Iron Chef, Star Jeweled and Blizzard Dota are all set to hit the Battle.net servers soon. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about these maps right here though, you can find out more about them below. I will say though that they do look really cool, and I think if Blizzard puts enough time into any maps, especially Blizzard Dota, I have no doubt that it's going to be amazing. I also have no doubt that it will destroy the competition. Yes, I just said that. During the Secrets of the Masters panel, 2 new StarCraft 2 leagues were announced. The Master League will place the top 5% of all Diamond players in their own league, and the Grandmaster League is set to be for the top 200 players of each region. Both leagues will apparently be visible to all players. I hope everyone's keen and practicing hard to get into these leagues once they come out. Blizzard said going into BlizzCon this year that they would in fact not be talking about or showing off Heart of the Swarm at all. Lucky for us that wasn't all true. During the StarCraft 2 art panel we got a world exclusive look I must add, at some of the concept art from Heart of the Swarm. So if you want to see any of those pieces of art you can head on over to a nice little post that Gosu Gamers has set up. You can find that in the links below. Finally, if you want to know exactly who won what at BlizzCon this year, I suggest you check the links below. Genius won the StarCraft 2 tournament and Fruit Dealer took Boxer down with a score of 2-0 in the show match. I think that's pretty much all you guys want to know anyway. For those of you looking for more in-depth coverage of what happened at BlizzCon, there are day 1 and 2 recap videos up on my YouTube channel, so you can check that out too. In a recent interview with Eurogamer, Rob Pardo of Blizzard Entertainment said that he was confused by Valve's move to trademark the Dota name. A quote from the man himself: "To us that means that you're really taking away from the Blizzard and Warcraft 3 community." For those of you that didn't know, Valve is currently working on Dota 2 and have applied to register the Dota name. But Blizzard, who revealed this weekend that they're working on their own Dota mod for Starcraft 2, are not happy. They say Dota came out of the Blizzard community. It just seems like a really strange move to us that Valve would try and exclusively trademark the term, considering it's been freely available to us and everyone in the Warcraft 3 community thus far. That's some pretty serious stuff, but it does make sense. I think one of the main reasons Warcraft 3 still has as many players as it does is because of Dota. Well, keep checking back here for more on this Dota drama as it unfolds. As a little extra, I thought I'd just add a photo below of Valve's Gabe Newell getting in a few rounds of Blizzard Dota this past weekend at BlizzCon. Oh, the drama. It seems like even after all the hacker this and cheater that earlier this month, it's not over yet. In an interview with Shaq News at BlizzCon this past weekend, Chris Sagati had the following to say: "It is possible that we can identify people that use some cheat to get 100 achievement points in a matter of seconds. We have the ability to go back and look at the data and say that this person will be banned or we'll remove the achievements." He also warns everyone that using trainers may well get you banned, and if not that, the people making the trainers might include keyloggers in them. That's some solid advice, and I think everyone should watch out for those keyloggers. I think it's great that Blizzard are as upfront as they are about their feelings on the hackers and cheaters. There was a lot of other interesting stuff in this interview with Chris Sagati, so I suggest you check it out in the links below. SteelSeries have released a new gaming peripheral of sorts. Or maybe we can just call it gaming gear, I'm not quite sure. The SteelSeries scope has a lens that's designed to filter out harsh light and reduce eye strain. It also has anti-reflective properties that cuts down on glare and extraneous light. It has a larger lens for extended peripheral vision. Now that sounds pretty interesting. These bad boys are going for $99 at the moment. Are they worth it? Do they make a difference? I'd love to know myself. You guys and girls can feel free to leave me a comment below if you have any idea if these actually do what they say they do. So yes, there has been a lot of tournament news over the past week and a half. It has been stacking up, and the fact that I've been spending so much time on BlizzCon news lately just makes it even worse. There were quite a few Starcraft 2 happenings at the DS-RAC LAN event this past weekend. The big winners of the event were definitely Shu, Sok and Nama, and you can read the full results below or in the slider bar thingy. The guys over at the Compito Cup have a little surprise for everyone. Due to the continued success of their 1v1 cups, they've decided to start up another little project, a 2v2 cup. The first Compito 2v2 cup is open to everyone and it's set to take place on the 11th of November. You can read more about that below. At last, Shu has been dethroned. The Protoss playing Kiwi Kaki has managed to remove him from his seemingly comfortable perch at the top of the Gosu Gamers King of the Hill. Shu definitely had a nice run going, and you can find the full results and VODs over at Gosu Gamers or in the links below. The second season of the Global Starcraft 2 League has moved into and nearly finished its round of 32. There were some big surprises and some pretty expected results in the last few days. Big names that have made it through: Hope Torture, Zenio, Idra, Nada, Czech and Lona. Names that haven't managed to make it through to the round of 16 include Park Young, MVP, Maka, and the GSL 1 winner Fruit Dealer. The next set of games is currently underway as I'm recording this, and there are a few players that I've yet to play. Keep checking back here for more on that in the coming days. The French tournament EGG 1 Star League Winter has finished the first two groups of its group stages and is continuing steadily. The reason I mention this though is because they've announced who their special invitee is. It's none other than poker player and Brood Wars superstar Alki. So for all those Alki fans out there, this one's for you. The event has quite a few other big names in, and it's set to be quite exciting, so I can't wait to see the results from that. After months of legal wrangling and threats, Kespa has called Gretek's bluff and resumed the Pro League. There are apparently a couple of teams missing, but Kespa has said that that won't change a thing. So if you're still into keeping track of or watching StarCraft Brood War games, then I guess you better check that out. Artosis caught up with Huck, JP and Select during BlizzCon 2010 for a couple of video interviews. So if you want to see these guys talk about BlizzCon, taking part in the competition, mothership rushes, and other random stuff, you better head on over to the Artosis TV YouTube channel right now. In an exclusive interview with Madfrog, SK Gaming talks to the Warcraft 3 and now Starcraft 2 pro gamer about his experiences in Starcraft 2 thus far and his home life. It's always great to hear from the old favorites, especially if they're Zerg players, and you can read the full interview over at SK Gaming. Big names Boxer and Fruit Dealer were interviewed this past weekend following their show matches that took place at the event. In the interview they talk about their unique experiences at BlizzCon, their participation in the GSL 2, and their thoughts on the StarCraft 2 pro scene. There are some really nice quotes from both these guys, and it's great to see how devoted they are to their fans. You can even read about how Boxer and Czech are sending letters to David Kim about the balance of StarCraft 2. Despite being such huge superstars, these guys seem as humble as ever, and it's a really great read. I suggest all of you read that interview in the links below. Fnatic.com have managed to track down another IEM competitor for an interview. This time they talked to the Terran player Phoenix about his victory at IEM, his future, and the GSL 2. You can read the full thing in the links below. The guys over at Team Liquid have posted the third of their 20 Q&A series of interviews. This time, as we knew it would be, the interview was with Morrow. Team Liquid speak to him about a wide range of things, from the balance of StarCraft 2 to his excitement over Boxer and Nada playing StarCraft 2, and even about his slow and gradual move to the Zerg race. It's an interesting read, and he's tagged Naniwa as the next person to be interviewed, so read more about that below. MLG Pro released a new interview with the MLG DC winner, Idra. In the interview they talk about his ever-increasing number of fans, Huck's idiotic mothership rush that cheapened the entire event at MLG DC, and much more interesting stuff. You can find that over at MLG Pro or in the links below. So the following is something I didn't really want to talk about this week, but I guess I have to. It's my duty as a reporter. There's some drama going around the soon-to-be former Wera paddock. Yes, I said former. The Korean StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3 clan will apparently disband following allegations from one of their younger members that he was sexually molested by their manager and clan leader. Lovrip posted a detailed account on the Korean StarCraft 2 website PlayXP, followed by the departure of many prominent Wera members. No charges, that we know of at least, have been filed, and neither has the ex-manager Gundam Wera made a statement. So that's some pretty serious stuff, and I hope all those guys get out of it unscathed. It's always sad to see a clan as widely loved as Wera disband. In slightly more upbeat news concerning that, Vestige Pros, former member of the Wera clan, has formed a new clan called Project Supreme and has rounded up many of the former Wera members. He's apparently promised stricter rules and a tighter knit clan. So if you want to read more about the Wera scandals or the newly created Pros clan, you can find all of that in the links below. So in local news, Polar Fluke Overmind Over Matter has opened up registrations and, well, as expected, there are already many entrants. If the speed of the entries this month are anything to go by, then we might well be seeing our biggest Polar Fluke tournament yet. We've been told that there are a couple of sponsors lined up for Overmind Over Matter, but we haven't been graced with full details just yet. So if you want to play in this next tournament or just read more about it, you can head on over to polarfluke.co.za for anything and everything you'd ever want to know. Let's head on over to the Diablo news.